It's disrupted because of the war. When Africa got all the land, all the water, all everything, and we don't own anything in terms of intellectual. So we can't talk about leadership or performance and decision if we don't develop intellectual property in Africa. And this is for you and my young people, this generation. The other thing I want to talk about is knowledge of the world and world affairs. Africa can't take its place in the world today if we don't even know how the world functions. If we don't even know the implications of the events in the world today. Some people, and I usually talk to say that to young people from Gabon, they have been living in Korea and many of them don't even know the name of the president of Korea. Only that. And yet they aspire to be leaders. And I'm telling you, in this age, in this generation, if you don't know how the world is functioning, we will suffer the things of the world because we want mastery. Read about the war in Ukraine, in Russia, because it has implication in Africa. It affects. We are so interconnected today that what happens in a small village in America affects what happens in a small village in Africa. But it pays to know what is happening there first before seeking for our people well. The reason why we have been shadow boxing in Africa, trying to solve problems we don't even know, is because we don't know mostly how the world functions. And those who do know much about it. Next, the leadership of wisdom, skill, competence. It's not enough to know, to have wisdom and knowledge. Our time is up. Okay, thank you. I talked too much. I told you at night church. You know, we pastors, we can talk a long time. As long as we hear hallelujahs and amens. So, in as much as we need to develop knowledge, intellectual property, if we don't have the wisdom that goes with it, we will still live. What is wisdom? Wisdom is the application of knowledge. Africans are not dumb. They just don't apply what they know. Ask them to speak it. You will be amazed. You will be mesmerized. The kind of English syntax that comes out of their mouth. They can build the whole city sitting down there. They will master the whole economy by theory. I mean, apply it now. So as we talk about leadership of precision and performance for the African young people, is to deal with the question of wisdom. We need wisdom. We need wisdom. We need wisdom. Apply what you study engineering, civil engineering, go and build bridges. Go and apply what you know. Politics. In African societies and governments have made things worse in our countries because everything evolves around politics in Africa. Everything. Everything. When I studied political science, I can go into politics. That's just going to be the norm. But you see a lot of people who have studied any other things, but when they get to the place, because that's politics, that is the only thing on the ground, they jump. And you wonder why they mess the countries up. They don't know what they're doing. And those who do know do not apply what they know. Wisdom. Most of the problems we have, both in our personal lives and in countries, stem that we lack wisdom. We lack wisdom. As individuals, we often see our people. He doesn't have enough earnings, but you see him driving a big car or renting a big house that at the end of the month is struggling to pay. But at the national level, it's quite the same thing. There are countries who borrow to pay debt, who borrow to eat. Not for my name, I didn't name any country, I'm just saying. So we need wisdom. We need wisdom. Application of skills and competencies are needed for application in the execution of wisdom to adapt to the rapidly changing skills landscape, to become more competitive in this world. What type of skills and competencies do we need in this world today? Skills in science and technology, engineering, mathematics. We need cognitive skills. I heard Mr. Counselor as you were coming, speaking in the car, that nowadays everyone can get a PhD. They're not as significant as they used to be before. Because everyone has a master's, everyone has a PhD, everyone is looking for a job. Right? But what sets people apart today are some skills, cognitive skills. That's wisdom. Knowing how to deal with, knowing how to behave when you reach people. In my local language, there is a saying that goes there: if you find people dancing, you are right in the one leg, one leg. Is good. Even if you can use one, because that's what it is. With all these things, it takes cognitive wisdom to do that. It doesn't take a PhD in economics. It takes mastery of emotions. It takes having a analytical skills, evaluation skills of systems to solve complex situations, complex problems. That's wisdom. It takes soft skills like teamwork. And this is precisely important for African communities because we are very individualistic, and I wonder why. When we come from a past of Ubuntu, Arambi, we need to know what teamwork is because that's what it takes right now to make it. I heard somebody say the other time that other people are coming from Europe and the West as corporations to dominate in Africa, but we want to make it as individuals. All these big companies are corporations. It's not one boss, but different stakeholders. And they're winning the game because you see them on the stock market. They gain from everybody, put things together. But we want to be boss all the time. I own this. I own this. Wisdom. I want to stress on this last part before I move forward. I came across this quote of Kennedy who said, only earthbound man still clings to the dark and superstition that his world is bound by the nearest hill. His universe ends at the river shore. His common humanity is enclosed in the tight circle of those who share his town, his views, and the color of his skin. Put it into context in Africa, people would think that they're only limited to the same village as them, only the same native language as them, who only have the same religion. That's not wisdom. It has been destroying us, and it will continue to destroy us. Wisdom is understanding that we stand together, working together, making compromises together, and if needs be, dying together. That's the leadership we need. Finally, leadership of engagement and contribution. It's not enough to have a good heart, be a good person. It's not enough to have character, abide by principles and values. It's not enough to have knowledge and intellect. It's not enough to have wisdom and competence and skills and have a global capacity, global mindset if we are not applying it to beauty, to a certain cause. So leadership of contribution is important. Engagement, taking action, caring, to challenge the status quo, to challenge conventional wisdom, to challenge the norms, join platforms and movements that will make Africa move forward, create our own space, platform to be heard, to advocate, contributing. That's the kind of leadership we need for African young people. As I finish with these 6 components of the leadership we need in Africa these days as young people, we need to remember that as we have reviewed the leaders that came before us, and we have held them in high regard and esteem because of their achievements, these leaders didn't take it easy. They didn't take the easy way. They didn't take shortcuts. They were leaders of heart, leaders of character, leaders of knowledge. Our generation, if we need precision, if we need performance, being great leaders, we need to take up the challenges of our ours. That's what we do at the African Youth Action Foundation. Transform, to empower this new generation of African leaders to contribute to positive impact. That would be. And a dupe. Alright? So I reserve the last one for myself. Kamsahamnida. Let's give a round of applause for our guest speaker. I want to believe our spirit is elevated. We are inspired. But while we are still trying to absorb the inspiration in you, I would like to reiterate on a quote by one Mr. Boris Ondo. I don't know whether you guys know him, but I know him because he's just been delivering a speech. And he says, great education builds great knowledgeable people. It does not build the heart. So we need to start by building the hearts. So I was wrong earlier when I said you have to start with someone in your family. So you are supposed to start with your heart. So that was a rejoinder, that was a reminder, and that was an addendum to the fact that leadership starts from the heart. And he also left us with some questions, which I'm still pondering about. Where are we going as an individual, as a country, as a nation? Where exactly are we going? And what do we want to achieve? You want to jump back to South Korea. Now you are in South Korea. What exactly do you want to achieve? What exactly is your contribution? What are you paying forward? And lastly, what is our mission collectively? And that reminds me of Fred Swanika, a Ghanaian who is the founder of African Leadership Academy. And currently, the software engineering program is one of the top-notch software engineering program for Africans globally. And recently, he has a collaboration with Udacity to start a data analyst session just to tell you how what Africans are doing. And you'll be surprised that he got the inspiration on the street of Oshodi in Lagos. So when I listened to him speak, he said he was on a bus and he had someone saying about Nigerians going abroad to go and study computer science and all of that. He was like, okay, why go there? Why not bring this to Africa? And then he founded African Leadership Academy. It started with a collaboration with the Harvard Academy, and today he has software engineering. And the review and the comments so far has been good. Some people say it's the 1 year program, they still need to go for masters anymore. So these are Nigerians. We have
Itayo of Utiva, which currently also has a partnership with Microsoft and all of that, offering digital skills to Nigerians in Nigeria and having partnership all of those places. We need more of these people. You can be in diaspora and make that impact. Thank you very much for this speech, and I'll say Kamsamida once again. So those are just the key take-home message for us. And please, let's give him a big and continuous round of applause. Until when I say stop, and I already say stop, people are still clapping. Thank you so much. So today we are going to have a special event, which is going to be shared by Mr. Adewale, that's the consular, and that special event is. Oh my God, anticipation. Should I say? Okay, maybe before I say it, we need an interlude from one of our very own special, Ashraf, but at the same time, let me just say it. So we're going to have an inauguration of Nigerian students in South Korea. So what we have here today is Nigerian Association of Nigerian Students in Kyungkook National University, and we're going to have an inauguration in South Korea. So with all due protocol observed, I would like to welcome Mr. Adewale Akinfewa, the consular from the Embassy of Nigeria here in South Korea, to come and do this. The clap says it all. Probably I don't have to say anything. Welcome, Mr. Consular. You have the floor, sir.
It's my pleasure to be here. For the beautiful faces, anticipation. I like once again because part of what I'm going to do today shows that we still need that. What we're going to do now is very important. Soft skills that we needed to do it well will be fully applied by the organization. That we need to what is important is to place that process. Once you get to place, Nigerian students in Korea have the process, but it's not how you get to the end. It's also important. There's this saying that the end justifies the means. So I need to do this with the assistance of the president. I don't know if all the members of the committee are here. Is everybody here? Proposed members are all of them here, either on Zoom or in physical. Those ones that you want to moderate today. Are they here? Okay. Can you just confirm that everybody who is going to be inaugurated today, they are either with us here physically or they are online? And then I'd also like to say a few things before we do that. Um, it has been said, what I want to say has been said earlier by representative Ambassador. You know, when you want to start a big thing like this, pioneers usually go through a lot of stress. When you're pioneering something, you're going to go through a lot of stress because you're almost going to be like we all know that leadership cannot be easy. The president of Chile, and I know the harrows he gets. Dr. Kalu is also a pioneer, one of the pioneers of association in Busan. We know the okay. We know the harrows you get when you are a pioneer leader. At some time, you will say that why am I even doing this? I'm not talking to those who are going to, and even to some extent to those to the new executive. You may say, why am I doing this? Because leadership sometimes can be a thankless job. It can be a thankless job. You are going to be in leadership. I want us to look at leadership in this case. Not You are not going to be leadership because it's the easiest thing to be or the most expedient thing to be. But you are doing it out of a sense of responsibility. You are doing it out of a sense of responsibility, not of what is it in it for me. I will not appeal to all of those who are going to be nominated, both the student members and also the our elders who are going to serve as advisors, that we are going to do this out of a sense of responsibility because it's the right thing, out of a sense of patriotism to our country, to our other fellow students, to the wider society. Because you are going to be like an arrowhead to coordinate those who many times may not want to follow. Many times, those who do not want to be led. So you're going to be part of your sense of responsibility. And the responsibility even extends beyond the immediate constituency. Like has been said, we have so much to learn from Korea. The new executive, we expect you to also be able to advise your country, advise the embassy. It's not about those calling meetings or maybe at some point, maybe making people sure that people have paid their dues. We also expect you to do a little research on how students can better their situation in Korea. What are things that Nigeria can take away from Korea? You can even advise us where we can get scholarships in Korea. What areas are available? What spots are available? You know what Nigeria needs in technology wise, or maybe any area. You know, when the president came just last month, President Buhari was here just last month. You could see how interested he was in the drone technology, for example, and how that could be used to improve Nigeria's agriculture. So, as the leaders of Nigerian students in educational institutions all around Korea, you should have an infrastructure. You won't be you that will do it. You have an infrastructure whereby you can see those things that will be beneficial to the country in your schools, in your environment. But if you're going to look for things that are beneficial to the country, and like the last speaker says, you don't even understand how the country works, you don't understand how the world works, you need to be knowledgeable of what the country needs and what is possible and what is not possible. So I implore you all to be knowledgeable about your country. Be knowledgeable about what the educational system in Nigeria. Be knowledgeable about the educational system in Korea. Be knowledgeable about the needs of your members. And then just not be knowledgeable, also have the wisdom to know now how to solve those issues, how to implement. Um, what we may inaugurate today, like I said, is an interim committee. I expect the organizers to, within the shortest possible time, if there's going to be need, you know, add or subtract or make tinkering on the committee, to do that within the shortest possible time. At some point, the committee should also have maybe like a constitution or a set of rules that will guide how the association will operate. And when you have done that, let us have a company. As much as possible, the executive should be reflective of our nation. It should be gender sensitive as well. We have students all over the country. I did see in the write-up that was given to me that you may want to have a representative in each city. Uh, as one of your advisors, I will say that maybe as you start off, we may not start from having a representative in each city. You may rather have maybe at least a representative in each province, and then maybe as you walk from that, you can now see how you expand it if need be. And then you also need to also maybe have do a statistics, have a real understanding of how many students we have in Korea. Do we have that right now? Do we have an understanding of how many students we have in Korea right now? Okay. So you need a register, you need to have that accurate statistics. And that will be part of the job of the interim committee. So if all of them are now ready, can I have the can I have the list? The list. I'd like to call out the names, and then as I call out the names, I want all of them to maybe just say something, maybe just for 1 minute or 30 seconds, say something about what they what their vision is for the new executive. Each member that has on their vision and what they believe they are going to bring to the table, maybe where they are presently, maybe what they are studying, those in 1 minute.
No, no más bien así.
I will start. I will start from the public relation officer two. We are going to, what I have here, I have 10 members. It's a 10-member committee. President, Engineer Anis Rabiu. Vice President, Ms. Naomi Gia. Secretary, Mr. Martins Adedoku. Assistant Secretary, Ms. Ayanyo Daniel. Public Relations Officer 1, Mr. Alif Adejare. Public Relations Officer number 2, Engineer Alabi Adib. Then the student coordinators and advisors, Dr. Olabi, Dr. Kalu Adile, Dr. Abdul Kadir Isa, and the embassy consular officer, my own self. So I will start with the executive members, and then I would like our elders to maybe come in to say a few words before we do the formal inauguration. I don't know, is it allowed for me to inaugurate myself? I don't know if that's how to form. Maybe at some point I will call the representative of the ambassador of the to come and see it. I mean, not I can't agree.
It's not us. You can do it. It's not us.
Okay, so I'd like to start with the public relation officer number 2, engineer Alabi Abi.
So please, if you're being called on and you're here, please stand up. Here.
Oh, thank you very much. Talk a little about yourself and your vision and what you want to bring to this talk. Well, as you talk, use the skills that you have heard directly. You don't just need book knowledge. You don't just need book knowledge. Talk about the skills you believe you bring into this. Okay. 1 or 2 minutes. Thank you. Okay. My name is Abim Alabi. Currently, I just completed my master's degree in mechanical engineering in Cambridge National University. Um, the honor was, even though this is news to me, I'm hearing it from your mouth for the first time. Yeah. So, but just like everything we heard today, um, I think I picked a very important part of it, which is that we have the knowledge and potential intellect, but the art, the vision to do, to perform, are still what we have done. So, for me personally, as the PRO, being kind of disseminating information, prompt information to students across, I think it is one of the well suited positions to actually give, because this is one of the soft skills I think I have. I have skills in marketing, so my skill I think I'll be able to propel information to students across Korea. I'm I'll be able to. Okay, thank you very much. So I'll be advising the interest of time, only those who are in the hall here will speak. The three executive that we all that will speak, and then also the advisors. For those online, at least let them acknowledge their presence, even if they are not going to send.
So please, for our audience that are online, if you're being called upon, just kindly write your name and your institution that you represent, and then the portfolio you're occupying in the chat box. Thank you very much.
So is the PRO2, is it here? Who else is here? No, is it online? Can you just acknowledge? Let it just acknowledge.
Name, please.
PRO2,
Name.
Abib Adejare. Just say present.
Acknowledged. Our anchor back there. So it signifies with a thumbs up.
Okay. Assistant Secretary, Ms. Titi Daniel.
Mr. TT Daniel, if you're online, please acknowledge. Miss. She knows that she's in the committee because the last person said he's not hearing that. Does she know she's online? Mr. President, sir, do they know? But that's accept. Does she know? Miss Danielle, does she know? Let her at least knowledge the president that she has accepted. Okay. Ms. Titi has not acknowledged. So okay. Maybe move to the next person, okay. Sir. Secretary, Mr. Martins, is he here or online? Okay, can we also maybe get him to acknowledge? And then anybody that does not acknowledge cannot be nominated. Then the Vice President, Ms. Naomi, is she online? Ms. Naomi is online. Can she acknowledge that she has accepted? Mr. Naomi, Ms. Naomi, please can you acknowledge with a thumbs up or drop in the details in your chat box? Okay, who is the next person? Engineer Rabiu, that's you. Okay.
Can you acknowledge me?
Well, I won't like to take much of your time. And I believe we as a team, we try as much as possible to unite the Nigerian community in South Korea, the student community, and see the benefit out of what we've done with as we've done something practical in together with scholars from different universities to do better and NSA NSA Nigeria better than we've actually done. So hopefully by next year, each year, I think we have Nigerian students in Korea. So
The student coordinator, Dr. Olami, I believe the all of
Who? What about one organization?
Please, Honorable Donald, you will do the inauguration. Please.
thank you so much. Uh, Let me just say it's a privilege to be among the those that is going to supervise the affairs of the new government. And I humbly accept to work. It is something I wish to do. It is something I have for Nigeria cannot be overemphasized. That is all.
Very much. Thank you very much, sir. Dr. Kalu, can you also please, Dr. Kalu Kingsley?
I salute everybody. Before I make my statement, I want to make some observations. First of all, we started this program very late. I can't believe that Nigeria to this point. I was amazed when I came in and saw the professor here, and I told myself he was here even before 2:30. And I was also honored to see the president of Nigeria in diaspora here too. And what also got me is that even those who were late could not even tell us, apologize for coming late. I find that bad place. Anyway, having said that, I want to assure the Nigerian Student Association of my unalloyed support. Whatever they need, I will give it to them. But one thing I don't like is if as a student you start misbehaving, this is a foreign country, we have to be good ambassadors of our country. We have to obey the laws of the country and do what we are here to do. that is to study and come out with wonderful results. Finally, I want to thank everybody and wish everybody who's going to other cities a safe trip to their various destinations.
Thank you very much, sir. Dr. Isa Abukadi, can you also say a few words?
Thank you, sir. Good morning. Good afternoon. Good evening. Abdulkadir Salat. Actually, I'm very proud being part of being part of this celebration. Actually, initially we started to make it a similar process in 2018, I think, but we were discouraged and we could not actualize it. So I have to salute the committee that have made this a reality, and I will be to be. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you very much. Experts. So at this point, I would like to call on the president of at least as far as Korea is concerned. We have our own president in Korea. That's the president of the Nigerian Diaspora Organization. I believe it's only right that he inaugurates this initiative going forward. Perhaps students are very, very important in that. So, Mr. Honorable Governor Jamaica, can you please come forward? Those of us who are in the hall, please come forward. Those of us all great Nigerians. Great. Students will come late.
Come ready. Those are guys to be done. Most start afresh, they will respond.
Greatest Nigerian students.
Great.
Greatest Bobo.
Ga.
Greatest Baba.
Ga.
Everlasting Pim. It's one of the school will come again.
Oh. So some of us don't retire.
Actually, this inauguration speech is actually impromptu. I wasn't informed before that I will be inaugurating anybody. So, but I want to know, do you have anything written out? The oath of office or even at that, we still need to prepare. So, but what I would like us to do is, I know is this: when it comes to service, especially since you are going to be the pioneers, it's going to be selfless. It will cost you your money and it will cost you your time. So, for you to accept to serve means that whenever you are called in or whenever you are called on, you have to accept to take that responsibility. I get calls from people that are not even within my constituent, within people that I'm not even actually supposed to be answering to, the ones that will give you more stress. Most Nigerians don't want to be there. They only come to you when they need something. And as soon as they get it, they go. So if you are doing this job and expecting a thank you, not to talk of a very much later, forget about it. You have to do it from the bottom of your heart. There is no minus the personal feeling of satisfaction that you are trying to make a change. There is nothing much that you get from doing this job. You will only get more insults actually, but you have to learn to swallow it and move on. So, since there is no speech, normally it should have been a I, and then you say your name. Do hereby solemnly swear to do my duties, just something like that. So, but we still have to do it, even though it's interim. So, you have to lift your right hand up, and then you say after me. So, if I make mistake, forgive me. I don't have a script. I, and you say your name, please.
Who is what is your position? President and do solemnly swear to discharge my duties to the best of my ability without fear or prejudice. So help me God. So, by the power vested of me as the president of the Nigerians in Diaspora Organization, I hereby inaugurate this interim and we hope that in the nearest future it's no longer going to be it's going to be permanent. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. Greatest Nigerian student. Those are biggest thing. Thank you so much. Um, I would like to congratulate each and every one of you that has been inaugurated. So, being the interim simply means you are the pioneer of this unified association in South Korea. And it simply means more responsibilities. And I'm aware that you may not really want this, but it is what it is. What is remaining is what do you do with it? And then where are you going with it? Those are questions that you start asking yourself. So without so much time being wasted, I understand you have people coming from far and wide, short and long, right? So we can go on and go on giving the synonym and antonyms. But we're going to have a short interlude and we have a goodwill message. And then we can now go to the internal affairs of this event. The internal affairs are now the election is currently open. Please, the link is on the group. You guys should nominate and then do accordingly so that before the end of this particular event, we're going to do the local inauguration of the new ESCOs or Nigerian Student Association in KNU. Please, for clarity's sake, what just happened here is Nigerian Student Association in South Korea. So it's a unifier, a first of its kind, and then they are all interim. So please take note. But this gathering here, it's all for the mini association, which is like the father of the association that led to this whole Gigiaga. So, and we hope it's no longer what it is. So I know when you hear Igiaga, you always think as if it's just what is bad. Man, leadership is Igiaga. You move from left to right. You do a lot of things. It's Igiaga. So guys, buckle up. And I would like to hand over to Ashraf Akintola, the multi-talented. Okay, he doesn't need introduction. Clap for me now. Allow me to ask them to clap for you. Hello everyone. I quickly want to do a little bit of poem, not hip hop, poem. And this poem is based on the theme on working hard. So I would incorporate some local language. If you don't understand Yoruba, come and enroll for Yoruba lessons. Proficiency. There are two types of people in this world, not just the short or the long, the white or the black, the rich or the poor, the saint or the villain, the young or the old, those who are inspired and those who inspire, those who constantly long for and those who acquire, those who, when they get knocked down by adversity, and those who never retire. And if I should ask you, which one are you? What would your answer be? Are you the one who has a will, a dream, and let it be and walks just like a bee against all adversity, collecting the pollings with such tenacity that befriends her propensity in the daylight and its weak, but it produces army, for we have to be like the ants, struggling and tumbling and hustling and tumbling and grumbling, and coupling and never grumbling about the challenges that life throws at you. For as it moves, it improves, it removes all what success disproves. But it has no excuse. It has been given the clues, the strength to walk, the will to walk. And if you, I mean you, should refuse to understand or confuse failure with hard work or choose to give up, you lose. Dedication, struggle, determination makes it double. And discipline are the tools you need to pursue the lofty goals. And just like a poet once said in my local language, "Múra ṣíṣe ọ̀rẹ́ mi, iṣẹ́ la fi ń dẹni gíga." Work hard and smart, my friend, for it is with hard work that we rise to the top. Bí a kò bá rẹ́ni fẹ̀yìntì, bí ọ̀lẹ là á rí. Bí a kò bá rẹ́ni gbẹ́kẹ̀lé, àtẹramọ́ṣẹ́ ẹni. Bàbá rẹ lè lẹ́ṣin lẹ́ẹ̀kan, ìyá rẹ. Bàbá rẹ lè lẹ́ṣin lẹ́ẹ̀kan tí o bá gbójúlé wọn, ọ̀tẹ́tẹ́ ni mo sọ fún ẹ. Apálára, ìgúnpá nìyẹn kan, báyé bá ń fẹ́ ọ lónìí, tí o bá lówó lọ́wọ́, wọ́n á tún fẹ́ ọ lọ́la. Àbí kó wà nípò àtàtà, ayé á yẹ ọ sí tẹ̀ríntẹ̀rín. Jẹ́ kí o dẹni tí ń rágó, kó o rí bí wọ́n ṣe ń yínmú sí ọ. Ìyá ń bẹ fọ́mọ tí kò gbọ́n, ẹkún ń bẹ fọ́mọ tí ń sáré kiri. Má fòwúrọ̀ ṣeré ọ̀rẹ́ mi, múra ṣiṣẹ́ ọjọ́ ń lọ. The quest for greatness requires sacrifice. For the world to lie at your feet, strive to inspire and not to be inspired. God bless you. Say God bless you. And all that we hear is, "Woo!" I believe all say the amen or the amen silently. So, whichever it is, you take yourself. And really, God should bless you. It's only when you are blessed that you can actually share the grace of the blessing. So may the blessing all go around. Thank you so much for that interlude. And we would like to just have a goodwill message from a maximum of 1 minute from some of our dignitaries here. And then we'll draw the curtain for the general event. Then we can now go to the specific event, which is more of an internal for this association. And by then, whosoever has more time to spend will like to have the presence of those. But if we understand we are from far and wide, we can start going to where we come from. So to start the goodwill message, I would like to bring back, not our girls, okay? Bring back the president of Nigerian Diaspora Organization in the person of Chief Induko Donald Chiemeka. And I notice the way his face glows when I tell him, Ibe Kwenu, watch out. He's already laughing. Ibe Kwenu, Kwenu, Kwenu.
Greatest Nigerian students. Because at first I was wondering if you did your university and everything here. But at least now it shows that you actually did some in Nigeria. It's actually my pleasure to be here. But next time when they give me heads up, I'll not go for her. I can't get us. So, but anyway, anyhow, nothing for we'll try. Actually, it's really nice to see group of Nigerians come together to see how they can put their heads together and make a way forward. One thing I always tell people is that united we stand. When you make efforts together, it is easily rewarded. As an individual, it might be very difficult for you to invite the ambassador to come to your school. But as a body, look at how easily you do it. Just a letter, and the same day, get a response. So it's good to belong to organizations like this. In the long run, it actually helps. So I would like to encourage you to keep pushing forward. Do not think of what this organization can do for you, but always think of what you can do for the organization. The Nigerian Diaspora Association, when we started, it was something like this. Today, it's we couldn't have imagined that it would be. So keep on trying, and I would really like to use this opportunity to appreciate our embassy. Our embassy has actually been doing so great. That is why you could enjoy what you are having today. If you go to the consulate, Mr. Wale, sometimes when the president was coming, I actually pitied him because sometimes 2 a.m. he still chatting me. 3 a.m. and I asked him, "You dey sleep? You don't go rest." So it's actually not easy. Mr. Nasser is one of the best head of church I've actually worked with. I said one of the best, not to credit those that have been before him. One of my good friend too, Mr. Tofik, the head of the immigration, is not here. The embassy to make your passport. After the same day, less than 30 minutes, you have your passport. Actually, very. So you and I encourage you to keep moving ahead. And it's not in my nature to waste time, but I've actually wasted more time than I should. So thank you everybody for having me. Finish.
So much for that goodwill message. Next, I would like to call on the pioneer president of the Nigerian Student Association in Kyoto National University, who has also been inaugurated as one of the interim advisors for the Nigerian Students Unified Association. Okay. In the person of Dr. Abdulhamid Owolabi. Please, sir.
All protocols duly observed. Much for giving me the privilege to do this. Without wasting our time, I want to say a very big thank you to the ambassador that is well represented here and to the presidents of all Koreans, sorry, Nigerians in Korea. You have done something that is spectacular because the Koreans doesn't know if you are working or you are a student. You are being identified, number one, as a Nigerian. So the foundation that you laid, what every one of us is doing. Thank you so much. And we have heard so much about you. Thank you. And to my other respected brother and friend, for Daniel, say thank you so much for what you have done in PNG. So, to a friend, that we're having another section now together with the AFDB, in person of Mr. Boris Ondo, together for one, maybe this is going to be the second time, and the one we're going to have now is going to be the third time we're having something to do together. Thank you so much. I really appreciate what you've done and what you've been doing for us. So I just want to say something that whatever you do in life, like Mr. Boris just said, you have to be passionate. If you're doing something so that you have a gain, yes, everyone is doing something to have a gain, but at the same time, supersedes everything you do. When I came in 2016 to South Korea, I met Dr. Daniel. He's the only Nigerian that I met then, and he took me through. So when we spoke, and he's a very good brother, so he took me through. I came for my second master's then, and he was already doing this at that time. So without wasting much time, I saw the Pakistanis, the Indians, and I asked one of them, "How do you guys do this? Whenever maybe we go to the mosque, or maybe I just see you coming out, how did you do it?" One of them just told me, "It is easy. All you need to do is just knock at the door of a professor and be polite, and no one can take respect from a Yoruba man. I can even take respect from you. That is just the truth." I said, "Is that what it requires?" He said, "That is just what it requires." Okay. Like play, this is what we have. Not by my power, not by my strength, but by the will of Almighty Allah. And I will eternally be grateful to Allah for using me for kind of history forever beckons. And whatever you do today, will surely come back to you, especially to your kids. I always tell some of my grandbrothers that I want a situation in which my kid will go outside and they'll ask them, who is your father? They will probably say, my dad is so, so, and so. And the next person will just tell my kid that when you get home, tell your dad you meet Dr. Daniel. I now said two things is going to happen. If I've done something bad to Dr. Daniel, what is going to happen? I just have to bow my head like this. But if I've done something good, I will just say, where's this number? Then I will call, I will speak, I will chat. So whatever you do, you are not doing it for your head alone. You are doing it to create ways for your family, for your country, and for the entire nation. So thank you so much for giving me this opportunity.
Thank you so much, Doctor. Next, we just have 2 to 3 more couple of Google messages, and then we cap it up with one from Mr. Hassan Abubakar, who is ably representing His Excellency, the Ambassador of Nigeria here in South Korea. So next, I would like to call on Dr. Daniel Guye to give us a Google message. So he was a Dr. Daniel that was verified to by Dr. Abdulhamid. You have the floor, sir. Please, round of applause for him.
Just like our president will say, we can look on forehand, it's probably the beat of me anyway. Thank you very much, Nigerian students. And I apologize for coming late. I had a group meeting that I had to just hurry and then come here. I have a lot to say, but I'll just cut it very short because of that. Still there for a long time. I'll stand on the existing protocol. And looking across the board, I was at the first AGM and I'm very impressed. Just like my brother has said, Dr. Abdul, I was one of the first students in KNU that came to Conventional, first Nigerian student, sorry, that came to Conventional University. And then he came, and what he has been able to do is very impressive. Very happy to see this. And unfortunately, I'm ending my 8 years journey in Conventional University in a few weeks. Yes, I went through the master's, PhD, and also worked here in the East. And I'm going to start as an assistant professor at Michigan State University. That's just sharing for any Nigerians. I will pass my best to be able to connect you to what is in America, especially Michigan State University. If you're interested, you can reach out to me. I so I also want to just say a few words regarding Korea, the lessons we learned from Korea. The school of learned from them. Yes. I happen to be very close to one of the very oldest professors in KNU that saw the whole transformation of Korea. So I learned a lot from him how they did this. I don't know if most of us are aware of the German village story, how Korea made the seed money for all what we see here sprang up from. And it will interest you to know that it was also Korean students that were studying in Germany at that time that brought all this. Just to cut the story short, the president of Korea went to Germany at that time. That's President Park Chung-hee, and he wanted to get a loan. He had tried other Western countries, Korea was too poor to pay. And then because he was introduced by a Korean student that studied in Germany and was back in Korea. And that's how, because the impression he created at that time, the president had to beg the chancellor to give Korea money. And that money, that's the first highway from Seoul all the way to Busan. And most of them came back, miners, other miners that went to Germany and all, and built them in Japan. So what I'm trying to say is we have a very unique role as Nigerian students here. In different ways we could help transform Nigeria. We are studying very advanced technologies. It's good to hear what my brother has said here about knowledge. the kind of knowledge, and that is the center of my research. I don't just do any basic science research. Any research I've been able to do, and it's what has helped me to get to this point. I always look at the worldly angle. If I don't see an immediate way to apply that to solve any problem, I don't go into it. Because let's leave that for Newton, the discovered all those things, the principles. Now it's no longer the how can we step down? We are all studying different things, mechanical engineering. The good thing is the Nigerian students in Korea, when I sit in some faculty meetings, have very good impression. We are publishing top rank papers, doing very well in artificial intelligence, mechanical engineering, and all sorts of science. But I've not seen a drastic transformation back home. It should not be about SCI papers. That's what I want to tell us, students. It shouldn't be about SCI. I got the position at Michigan State University. Most of the people that competed with me had over 100 papers. I had maybe slightly above 20, but they were very impactful papers. Where I could show how I have solved problems, transformed things. And that's where the world is heading to. Nobody wants to see. Have 100 papers, 100 impact factor, they don't care. If you can't show the solution, that's what the whole world is searching for. What can you do for our families? To bring you here. What can we do for Nigeria? That's the last question. Thank you.
So much, Dr. Daniel. If you could recall, 2 years ago, December, you were the first guest speaker that I saw, which is the second AGN. And I was the MC. And you delivered a speech. I can remember how beautiful your slides were with respect to the theme you're talking about now. And it's important that we actually take that with us. So next, I would like to call on, I would like to invite Dr. Kanu, and I can see he already knows I'm going to call him. So he's looking at me with one eye, and I was looking at him with two eyes. Sir, the first, sir, you're most welcome to give us a good message. We want to tap from the blessings. Thank you.
Um, First off, I want to stand on the history. And secondly, I want to adopt all the wishes of my brothers, both in the intellectual and otherwise. Thank you so much.
My God, that was shorter than I actually imagined. So we're going to have a quick one, which is going to be the last one from our IT expert who is present here in the person of Gani Dogara Yunana. And then we'll have a picture, and then we'll have a final good message from the representative of His Excellency, the Ambassador of Nigeria in South Korea. You're most welcome.
Hello, everyone. I hope we all did have a good time. I must say, I am actually quite blessed to be here because I was invited and I didn't know if I was going to make it. And I kept on contemplating. In fact, even this morning, I missed the bus to come. And I was just like, oh, maybe I'll just join online. But I think I don't regret having to go to Seoul to like make the train to come all the way here. I was blessed um, by our speaker. Thank you for the encouragement. And also thank you to all the leaders of the NSA here for inviting me. I just want to say to all the students, I believe it's the end of the semester. You all have probably your papers that you're trying to finish or your tests and all of the things that are there. And I just want to wish you good luck and all the best in your studies. Thank you.
Thank you so much. So here we are. Before I call on Mr. Hassan Abubakar, I would like to say the fact that everybody was thanking everybody. Specifically, no one has thanked me. Why? Why? Did I do a good job? Oh, exactly. I think I deserve more than this. People at the back are not even smiling, not more clapping. Yeah, and I actually learned something from Mr. Boris in his presentation. He said his boss tells him to do something. I think I should start doing that too. I all myself, right? But it's all good. I remember I almost said Mohammed Sophie Hamza. I'm an alumni of this great institution and also an alumni of the most prestigious Ahmed Bello University Zaria. And I'm currently a data analyst intern at Green Climate Fund and also a promoter for Korean African Foundation. And I'm also the co-founder of Youth Making a Difference Foundation in Abuja, Nigeria, amongst other things. So here we are, and I'd like to invite the representative of His Excellency, the Ambassador of Nigeria here in South Korea, in the person of Mr. Nassim Abubakar, to give us a recap, goodwill message, and immediately after we have a group picture together. Then we go to the internal event, and then we call it a day. His Excellency, sir.
Hello. Okay, that's done the existing protocol. First of all, I want to say a big thank you for this event and everybody that has made this event a success. I want to also assure you that during your next event here, the ambassador who is going to honor this in person is going to be here. Just all I want to also thank Dr. Kanu and the Nigerian president, Nido president, for honoring this invitation. Thank you very much, and I wish you success.
So much, sir. So before it goes out, we need to have a group picture, all of us. Yeah, the last one, and then after. Please, let's double up. Yeah, time is against us, please. Let's do this quickly. Our dignitaries are coming from far and wide. Okay.